Alright guys, welcome to a round 4 game of this month's MSEM GP. We have who are our contestants today?
Toasty is on Mardu Expanse or Fickle less Fickle. I don't know what you.
Fickleshaper.
And
No,
Cyber is on Grixis.
they do have the combo, so they are technically a shaper deck, but they don't have fickle, so Fickleshaper, I guess, is what we're calling it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I called it Mardu Expanse since that was Nyx was calling it.
That's probably a better name.
And then
Oh,
Cyber is on
seems
a
like I'm not on the Whisper
sim.
build. Oops. Well, anyways,
Oh, did you put? Oh, yeah. I guess you just have to go to deck editor then if you want to show cards.
no, you actually have the slash card command.
Oh, is that on the beta version?
Yeah, it should
I don't
work.
want to put it in.
Let's see. Slash card, does that
Sure.
work?
Let me.
Ah, what? Am I not on the right?
Does slash card work?
Apparently not. Okay, well, I'll try to figure out what's happening later. Let's not mess anymore during this game then.
Okay. So opening hands.
Thing hands.
Both of them tapped here. Cyber, it looks like is thinking on what to bottom.
Yeah.
So what's in Toasty's hand? Double Chaos Module, Rail Line, Soul Reader, Bottled Lightning down with the ship. So yeah, it's pretty good. You have a ton of draw. Down with the ship will make them discard. Bottled Lightning removes their stuff, though. Cyber doesn't really have that much stuff, so
Cyber,
on Cyber's side we have Root Corruption.
Corruption, Valdez. They got a discard curve.
And Apraxia's removes Soul Reader no matter what.
Yeah.
Because removes counters.
Removes counters and then blows it up.
And then, yep. And then Valdez here, I'm not sure if it names low or high.
I think you usually name low here, right? Yeah, naming low.
And then down with the ship gets discarded, I assume. And then Soul Reader just gets killed or countered. So I guess it can't get countered because you don't have blue.
Yeah.
So it gets killed if you run it. Oh, just discards Soul Reader. Interesting. I guess Cyber does have a lot of removal, so that does make sense.
So Toast,
do they want to take? Okay, they're taking 3.
They're running out down with ship on turn 1. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. You want a curse in play. I mean, you just want to spend your mana.
Chaos Module turn 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and having a curse in play is just like a bonus.
I'm surprised they didn't go Nebula instead though, because they have a rail line. So I think you'd rather pick up Nebula than pick up. Well, it depends on how you're planning on curving out.
I think they might have originally were going to play it tapped and then decide to go with down with the ship, but like they didn't want to take it back. It's really just like 1 life, right? It probably won't matter too much. But I guess Nebula makes you lose life, whereas you can play alter tapped. So
they draw Mirrorgate. Mirrorgate. Does that do anything useful? I guess it. Oh, you can name.
It's annoying because you name Reborn Alter.
You name Bastion, right? With this thing.
Oh yeah, you probably do name Bastion.
It's probably better to just rename or name Reborn Ultra here because that's what's in hand right now. But Cyber is going to
play shifting land, tapped and pass, having no interaction up.
Did they not have a blue source?
You shouldn't have interaction.
Okay, yeah. So I guess there was an argument to be made for Cyber playing a shift on turn 1 to have a blue source turn 2 instead of trying to.
There's Bastion, so that's an enticing thing to Mirrorgate, so.
That's a Chaos Module. The Chaos Module flips 3 cards. Interestingly enough.
Of course, Chalice, Flare Blitz, and Expanse.
Well,
so
could not have asked for a better flip.
Yes, that is like kind of insane here. Next turn, you go in Expanse, make a thing. You can play your land or your Flare Blitz.
Yeah. So I was about to say, like, maybe it would have been better for Toast to run out Bottled Lightning instead of Chaos Module in case you, like, flip 2 lands. But Toast did not flip 2 lands, so it ends up working out for him. For them, whatever it was. Mirrorgate, naming Bastion probably?
Yeah, I'd assume.
Bastion naming
blue because that's the one color you have that they don't, so.
And Cyber has Root Corruption.
And what
Toast?
So Toasty can name white to not give Cyber fixing, but Toast probably also wants their own fixing.
Yeah.
Okay, just gonna name red because they need to cast cards.
It makes sense. Toast has basically perfect mana still, though, right? with the Nebulas and Reborn Altars, so it doesn't matter too much.
No, but it's annoying because then, not really actually.
And maybe you should have named
Oh,
White to.
Rippling Curtain is huge.
Actually, you probably should have named White to try to screw Cyber off free Mirror Gate mana fixing.
But Cyber also has like fine mana fixing already, so I think it's.
I think it matters more that you try to screw your opponent than to screw yourself, because you know that you have good mana fixing. You don't know what lands your opponent has in hand.
Yeah, Expanse gets corruptioned, and then you just kind of have to pass. Yeah, that's not the best.
Cyber is out of gas unless they draw something here. They draw.
We'll see if it's like a Valerie.
That's not
Nope,
good.
it's Lotus Barons. Yeah, it's rough.
Well, I guess you have to try to go the distance with Valdez, which is probably going to be answered by Toast next turn.
Yeah, with Lightning. I mean, I think you go Ball of Lightning plus Chaos Module, but I could see something else depending on what you draw.
Technically.
And also, I don't play this stuff.
Let's see what Toast draws then. A land.
Okay, it's a land.
So yeah, Ball of Lightning plus Chaos helps you curve out the most. Or like you run out Chaos first in case you flip a land off of it. Oh well, I guess Toast either Toast
or
isn't
you play
Chaos.
land from your hands.
I guess either Toast is not sequencing properly, or they're not thinking of Chaos Module.
Yeah. But like even then, your other plays go Curtain, which has you Chaos Module anyway, but I guess you're not playing a land on your end step, so that doesn't work.
Chaos Rippling Curtain spends your mana worse than just running out Chaos Module. And Ball of Lightning Stride, so I think Chaos plus Ball of Lightning is just strictly better than Rippling Curtain here.
It's literally just better because Rippling Curtain is just like playing Chaos Module, but I guess we're seeing Rippling Curtain. It's basically just playing Chaos Module, but oh wait, no, Rippling Curtain removes Valdez because you go for the cursed creature opponent sacks mode.
Yeah, but like I feel like it's better to just
Blink's down with the ship. What?
Well, do we have to do a judge call now? Because
well, I assume Toasty's gonna do a judge call.
This is going to be actually.
And Cyber took even more actions.
Yeah, this is
right. It's like Toasty said, wait twice, and then Cyber just continued taking actions.
Well, this is going to be a pain to rewind if it's even rewindable. Actually, what would happen in a real game if? Well, apparently that was doable. Apparently they could rewind their last draw. Huh. I don't know if that's like a valid fix because you have more information than before, but I'm not sure how the judges will rule it.
Are you gonna call a judge?
No, I'm not. The players can call a judge if they want.
Okay.
I don't want to do judge calls in the middle of the game because, judge calls during commentary, you know how I feel about them.
Once I had a judge call where I think I like waited 25 minutes. And Jump Cutter, I literally didn't even use Jump Cutter. I just manually sped it up by like 10 times.
Yeah, it happens. Wait, did Cyber just top deck Megalokraken?
Yes, that's what their top deck was.
Wow, this is a perfect top deck.
Yeah, but then you just go Bottled Lightning into the sacrifice mode of Chaos Module, so it's dying.
Yeah, Chaos. So Flames approach. I mean, I think you always Flames approach here. Is there any? Can you Valdez off Megalokraken?
I think you just always Flames approach here.
Yeah.
It sets up for later turns, and yeah, it's kind of just crazy here. But also, Toasty just kills everything you ever play.
Yeah, like the Blink deck match gets Blink Engine online, and there's not much you can do about it at this point.
Yeah, unless you hit artifact removal spell, or just no, you're still getting all your stuff dead. But if you have the artifact removal spell, this will do something. But I don't think Cyber has any in the main deck.
I don't think they do. Yeah.
Yeah, no artifact removal in the main deck. And in the sideboard, you do have isolated, but just isolated.
Isolated. I mean, isolated is just a good card to bring in this matchup.
Yeah, isolated is a very good card, but also it's worrying how little removal you have other than counter spells for pretty much most of the stuff Toasty's playing.
Yeah. Chaos Module. Let's see if this is going to be on sack mode. Actually, I think you do flip mode first.
I think you go sack mode.
No, you do. I guess flip mode first, so end of turn Rippling Curtain into sack mode.
Yeah, end of turn.
Oh well, I guess they're not doing that.
I mean, you could You could just do and then blink that end of turn to be flip mode.
Yeah, but I think you want to get a flip mode when you at sorcery speed, so that if you flip anything useful off of it, you can still cast it. Actually, did Toast play a land this
But like,
turn?
you have no mana.
Did Toast play a land this turn? You could flip a land off the Anarchy mode and then play it this turn.
Oh, Toasty has not played a land this turn. Okay, so that is relevant. But Toasty has 2 lands in hand, so
Fair, but like,
it's
in case
it probably won't matter too much.
Okay.
But you see, if we had card IDs, we could tell them that wasn't actually Chaos Module number 1, because
also you're not supposed to reset this thing. Oh well, that's a really good flip.
I think you're Why are you resaying the Anarchy one and not the?
No, I mean
I
Ripping
don't know.
Collection does not reset
Oh no,
the
it's
Chaos
aetherized.
modules. Yeah, it's aetherized. That was
Oh, yeah.
that was another Megalokraken top deck.
Damn. Well, it's gonna die, but
Is there anything Cyber can flip here that would like get them out of this bind?
yeah, Hersey points that out too. That it's not flickering, but another TFA.
Oh well.
Another Megal. No.
Oh, Valley
I mean,
Crepek. Does that do
Valor,
anything?
Valerie is big.
It just
The
dies,
problem is
right?
Valerie just dies to Beyond the Veil is the problem.
I think you grab Valerie anyways and try to mine. You have nothing good to minus Valerie on. Never mind. Yeah, I think he just Flames Approach then.
Yeah, and then now you have 2 things that will die, but then you only have 6 more damage to deal to Toasty.
Like
if you sorry, only 3.
That would be a win
Toasty
con
would be
if Toasty did not flip Flare Blitz.
Now
that Toast has Flare Blitz available, I don't think
Flare Blitz.
Cyber's ever winning.
Yeah. If Toasty didn't flip Flare Blitz here, I think Cyber actually had a pretty good chance. The problem is, actually, Cyber's like, I don't know.
Just out of gas?
I don't think Cyber has much direct damage.
They have a decent chunk, I think. They have Void Flares, I guess. Void Flare... they only have 8 direct damage. I mean, that 8 direct damage is a decent chunk, I'd say.
Yeah. It goes for Valerie. Pluses to do nothing, but
another Rippling card.
Second Rippling. So now what do you just do? Do you play the Flare Blitz?
Yeah. Palace, Flare Blitz, Rippling Curtain number 2, start aetherizing Flare Blitz, put yourself out of range of everything.
I think you go Beyond the Veil, Flare Blitz, play land from hand.
Yeah, that could also work.
Since that way you also like cleanly get rid of the Valerie.
Yeah, you're right.
And obviously still get rid of Kraken with Curtain.
And I think end step, yeah.
Okay, not playing the land, or
oh, so you don't have to refresh this thing every time you do the Rippling Curtain thing. You can just point Rippling Curtain to it.
Yeah, it's not like I would maybe get doing that if you were blinking it, but like you're just aetherizing it too. Just like create a token that's a copy.
Toasty is remembering their research counters. When I play Ball Lightning, I keep forgetting to get research counters end of turn.
Yeah, you just don't care about them, so you forget about them.
And then it randomly becomes relevant like 1 in 5 games where it goes super long, and you.
Yeah.
And if you remembered your research counters, you would have
you probably can win.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eureka's a really weird mechanic.
It's from a Pipsqueak set. I think we can all agree that Pipsqueak definitely does stuff. I mean, not as much as Hersey or Cajun, because like Cajun made Codex, and I don't know how Codex's Magic get into the format, because they look like peak custom Magic design in a derogatory way, but they actually play really well. So
Codexes are awesome, but they also take like a full 2 minutes outside the game to resolve.
It would resolve faster if people knew the ins and outs of what you can do on Cockatrice.
If the Triss devs didn't let Cajun, since they didn't let Cajun modify the server code.
Yeah, and the game's over because Cyber saw the writing on the wall. So
you should convince Zach to let Cajun modify the server code.
Maybe, but that's kind of people probably don't know what we're talking about right now. So let's move on to something that's like
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so sideboarding. Yeah. So
we mentioned Isolated for Cyber, and also I think Crystal Wave goes in as another counterspell. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you bring in Deep Web Consultation.
Deep Web. I mean, it is a pretty slow, grindy matchup. I think you just want to bring in ways to like blow up the opponent's lock?
On Toasty's side, I think you bring in Nox.
Nox?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
No. I don't know. When do you bring in Nox for?
I think you bring it in against things decks that actually have permanents that you can exile.
True. I guess you're just removing everything Cyber plays anyway.
Yeah, so you just bring in Lay Bear, you bring in like Morati module.
But I'm thinking like Nox is a decently fast clock once you get it down.
Actually, yeah, good point.
And it's also doubles as removal.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this matchup then. Like, I'm not super familiar with that deck either, so.
Okay. Well, the game has started. Toasty has 5 lands, Chaos Module, Rippling Current, which could go really well, but also could go really terribly. So, on the Cyber side, you've just got Kraken, Valdez, Root Corruption, pretty solid.
So if Toast decides to keep this hand, which they don't, okay, that's good for them, because that would have lost super hard to Cyber's discard curve. Yeah.
Oh my god, battles are cursed.
Why? They look fine on my end.
So in the preview, they're sideways.
Yeah, they're
but
supposed
in
to
the hand, they're squished.
What? Do you not like?
I don't like it.
I think they look funny enough.
I like battles, but I also don't like squished cards.
I wonder if this is also how they display as on release cockatrice.
Huh. Let me test that, because I have Cannon Cockatrice.
You mean release cockatrice, not canon cockatrice? We're not playing canon here. What's canon?
I call it.
What? Landwar Elves? What's that card? I don't know a card named Landwar Elves.
Segovia. This is okay. So they display it sideways in preview. If I open a local game, I make a deck with just 1 card. That's the battle.
Okay, that's turn 1 Valdez, naming high and pitching the Rippling. Oh, that's really good for Cyber, because that snipes Toast's engine. Okay.
It's different in the Cannon Cockatrice because it displays as sideways in the hand and on the field and everywhere.
Yeah, so displaying it sideways now at least makes it look slightly nicer at the cost of making it look cursed in some other ways.
Yeah.
Toast.
Well, now you go.
Puts down with the ship.
Well, Toasty did bring in the Nox, so.
So
I think you're supposed to do that here.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like you probably understand this deck more than I do, so.
You got deck lists with this like multiple times. I've literally never played this deck.
Yeah, but I'm not the one who put Nox in the sideboard.
I've played a singular deck with Nox.
Cyber.
Like 1 game.
Okay, so it seems like Cyber. This game also decided to lead on turn 1 Valdez, which means that they don't get to keep up turn 2 Root Corruption.
Yeah.
I'm
exact same situation. Finally,
I'm actually not sure how to think about that. Like, are you supposed to so Ange, if you had this hand, would you rather go for turn 1 Valdez or turn 2 Root Corruption?
I think you're supposed to go for turn 1 Valdez against Toasty because you get to snipe some good, really good expensive stuff.
Snipe what? Like,
but also if you have Soul Reader, you're screwed.
You don't need to snipe them turn 1. You don't need to snipe expensive stuff turn 1 because they can't cast it anyways.
True. Actually, I feel like.
And now Root Corruption gets discarded.
Turn 2. Yeah, actually, I think you're supposed to hold up turn 2 Root Corruption because, like, even if they're not really going to cast stuff on turn 2, you probably don't care about it. Here, you do care about the Genlash Rising, probably. But if you don't care about it, like, which is pretty likely, you're just going to ramp into turn 4 Kraken, which is pretty good, even if it gets removed instantly by Toasty.
Yeah. So basically, like, turn 1 the only thing turn 1 Valdez prevents is turn 1 Soul Reader, right? Anything else you can just Valdez it later. No, actually, if you want to.
Yeah, I feel like you're supposed to go Root Corruption, and then you can just like Valdez later, and name high, take like
thing is,
whatever.
If you decide to hold up Root Corruption on 2, that means the earliest you can Valdez is on 3, which means that your opponent does get the chance to drop.
But you're on the place, so if you're worried about like Current or Flare Blitz or Nox.
So the only thing that you
I can see
would
it
need to
more.
I guess it snipes Chaos Module, or you don't get the chance to snipe Chaos Module if you Valdez on, if you hold up.
But then you just counter Chaos Module with Root Corruption.
But you don't want to counter stuff with Root Corruption, right? You'd rather ramp with it.
I don't know. Cyber has said that they mostly counter stuff with it, and I think this matchup is grindy enough that you can afford not to ramp. I don't know.
Fair, I guess.
I'm not sure.
So we're about
I
to.
think it also really depends. Like we see here, Cyber does not have a 5th land right now, so they really kind of need to ramp with root corruption here.
Toast gets to ramp up Unbound Expanse again because they're behind on lands, and I think we're about to see why Denage Rising is a pretty big inclusion from
Yes.
new set into this deck.
Yeah, Denage Rising is like ridiculous.
We're about to see draw step Thoughtseize, right? Unless Toast is not doing that.
No, or maybe
I don't think you want to run out
depends on
Chronicles
what
into
Toasty.
Unbound Expanse.
I mean, I think Toasty. I feel like Toasty would only play Chronicles if they're going to stack Unbound Expanse.
No, sacking
Or
Unbound Expanse doesn't synergize with Chronicles because it exiles the tokens.
oh, right. Wait, then why?
Maybe they're trying to bait out some
I don't know.
counters. But they're playing out Root Corruption, maybe.
The counters. You just play around it. Sorry, you just pay for it. Or I guess not, because you want to sack Expanse.
Yeah.
But like you can pay for it, so why would Cyber counter it?
They were thinking, anyways. Yeah, they're playing around. I think they're playing around Root Corruption.
Yeah, now Cyber ramps, right? But then you get to take both of their cards on step.
Yeah.
Which will leave Cyber empty-handed.
Not
but
both,
then
but
they play out Oros.
Stop on draw step. Yep, they're doing draw step. They're doing draw step blocks, just like Kalen does. I love how it's not rising.
It's
yeah, fair, but it's like
draw
targeted.
Step block
it's draw step Thoughtseize.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, let's see it. Oh wait, down with the ship. It gets rid of the other card. Yeah, this is just
both.
This is just a draw step discard.
And then they just go Oros.
Yeah, but you suddenly got rid of the opponent's Megalokraken.
Yeah, exactly. It's still really good, and they had Oros anyway, right? So
yeah.
And then you just Nox the Oros if you draw land. Otherwise you're kind of sad because you don't have much to do. Actually, you just go Unbound Expanse Flicker again.
Yeah, and so that gets you 2 turns of draw step blocks.
But then you're taking 9 damage off Oros, which is kind of dangerous if you don't draw land here.
You take 9, but I think you're still relatively fine.
Oh yeah, but Nox gains you a ton of life actually, so it probably doesn't matter.
So Flames approach the Fox, I guess. Yeah. Because going after the face, I guess, wasn't going to work out anyways for them or something.
I'm not sure.
Bash it. Okay, so that gets him some more lands.
Okay, yeah. Now you just go Nox.
Nox.
I feel like
Nox minus.
Yeah, Nox minus and then plus or 0.
Nox just dies the second like Flames approach, but that's fine.
True. If you minus.
You can also just Chaos Module Despair to kill the Auros and then play Unbound Expanse and then hold up or keep Nox for
you just go
the next one.
You just go Unbound Expanse and Chaos Module.
Yeah.
Or Nox.
I mean, you can also keep.
I think you go for
Unbound. No, you can't do that. Yeah, you just.
I think you go for Chaos Module, Unbound Expanse, and then next turn you can Nox and then Flicker Nox.
Yeah.
To activate 2 more, which is pretty crazy.
Oh.
Okay, looks like Toasty's going with that.
No, if Toasty wins this game, then that means they're making it to top cut, which means there's a chance I have to face them.
Yes.
In the top cut, which
I don't know if I'm.
Do they still have the?
I'm honestly not
combo?
sure. Sorry.
Do they still have the? Yeah, they still have Fickleshaper combo, so that makes
they still have Yeah, I'm very scared of facing Toasty because, they just like have a ridiculous kind of so much life gain post board, just scary.
I'm more scared of them.
I guess Nox comes down.
I'm more scared of them because they have Fickleshaper, which means I can't ever like crack Unbound Expanse safely if they have mana up. Oh,
true. I'm also worried about just dying, like them comboing me before I win because Phoenix is slow now.
Don't worry, Fickleshaper decks basically never combo kill people, or they combo kill like 1 in 8 games or something ridiculous like that. But
Fickle's control plan is still quite good against me, which is
yeah.
And then like
I suppose you just jam Flames Approach into this board state.
Yeah, Flames Approach. You could Flames Approach the Denage Rising if you really wanted to.
I wonder like if there's some point where that actually becomes a correct play because you don't want your opponent to blink.
James Valdez.
Oh, actually no, this totally makes sense because Cyber is
Now
thinking
you
of
hold a Void Flare.
pitching Void Flare to discard. Oh,
well, that is not game.
that actually kills
because
yourself
you don't have
if you do this because the Nodge Rising is not a May ability, and it loses you 1 life.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
So, funnily enough, putting the Nodge Rising into the deck actually makes your Fickleshaper combos worse because you need to make sure that you. Or actually, is there some way?
But it doesn't really matter because like your stuff deals more, usually like way more than 1 damage, like 3.
Yeah, but like in a tight game
know
where you're at like 1 life and you need to combo off the win, then you just do
Yeah,
it
wait, what do
instead,
you
right?
have? You have 3 Bottle Lightning, 2 Flare Blitz. So that's 5 things that deal damage, and they both deal 3.
Yeah, but like you sometimes want to, or do you like sometimes you want to go for a combo just so you have some other thing that can continually blink and flip your entire
Wait,
deck?
is Fickleshaper a May? No, it's not.
The Fickleshaper is a May ability. It used to not be, but then it was.
When it enters, it's copy up to 1.
Yeah.
So you can just draw basically as many cards as you want with Chaos Module
So
here.
Fickleshaper used to not be a May ability, but that made it way too easy to draw the game if you Fickleshaper in a Bound Expanse. And then like the first Fickleshaper and Bound Expanse deck, or that I knew about, took advantage of that because sometimes when you're losing, you can just draw the game instead of actually losing.
Yeah, that must be annoying.
So I guess
yeah, it's up to 1. So do you just kind of draw your deck?
You can't. The Nodge Rising kills you. Well, I mean you can't, but you don't want to pay life.
Stop once you get to. Yeah, true. Because the problem is, Cyber has 6 damage, and Toasty doesn't know about the Void Flare. So if they do that, when do they stop? If they stop below 7 life, they're dead. Or they can just go for Nox.
Or they can just activate Chronicles or 5. Like they can just do the second level of Chronicles and make a 4/4 lifelinker. Cyber can't deal with that, right?
I mean, if they get a 6th land, they just go TFA Void Flare it.
Yeah, but you have active Chronicles that's going to make another thing next turn.
Okay, going to just activates Chaos Module the old-fashioned way.
Interesting play.
Mana.
Well, they did not flip any enchantments.
Now what?
So they're gonna have to choose what to grab.
I think you take Soul Reader. Actually,
is it nuts to not?
No.
Yeah, like you might just want to take a land here, maybe, because that gets you closer to Nox.
Like if you're taking Soul Reader, like they have TFA, so it's just gonna die.
Yeah, if you grab a land here, then you
kind of what?
Oh well, they do that anyways. So I was going to say, if they grab a land here, they have Unbound Expanse into Nox on the same turn.
They know they have they know Cyber has TFA. Like
Cyber is going to snap off Void Flare end of turn instead of getting value.
You're supposed to go for the land
off TFA.
And now you're taking what? Only 5 actually. You're fine.
Yeah, but
Nox gains you.
But like you don't actually have your engine up anymore.
Think about
Nox.
Sorry.
Actually no, you do have your engine. You get to crack Unbound Expanse, and that gets you a bunch of more stuff, which probably gets you into more stuff. So yeah,
Nox. If you Nox Expanse, like if you draw land, you just suddenly out of nowhere have what? 16-point life swing.
Yeah. Cyber is going to Flames Approach now.
Yep. And then at that point, Toasty can just go Nox -2 +1, then blink it -2 +1, but only if they draw land. And that will gain you 4 life overall and remove both of Cyber's things.
This is also a good draw. Like
Beyond the Veil deals with worse.
Yeah, like Toast managed to put themselves into a situation where both land draws and non-land draws are good.
Yeah. Now what do you do?
Run up Beyond the Veil and pass. Maybe try to draw slap block your opponent.
And then you can flicker this and then take whatever they draw and kill Valdez with Chaos Module.
Yeah.
Which also resets Anarchy. So I think that's what you do.
You can also well, there's no other Beyond targets, so yeah.
I mean, you could phase out Valdez, it just phases in.
Which is not good for you, because you can't Chaos Module it when it's phased out.
Yep.
Oh wait, Beyond the Veil is not a May ability, so you have to target something with it.
You just target Nodge Rising, which lets you...
Wait, it does!
Theoretically...
yeah, you're right, it does!
Nodge Rising.
Yeah, you're correct.
No, but the problem is that if you combo, Beyond the Veil just keeps going off. But I get, and suddenly you have no longer. Wait, it can target itself.
No, it can't. It
So
says
then you
it's
target
another.
itself
It literally says
to phase it
another,
out and then just combo.
and it says
Oh
another.
no, I can't read. No, I can't read.
Okay, so I love how like there's 2 cards in the deck that if you try to Fickleshaper combo off, it literally just screws you over.
And Toasty has both of them with the Fickleshaper combo.
You know, maybe we should just remove
Honestly,
the
do you
Fickleshaper.
cut Fickleshaper combo?
Yeah, like you hardly ever go off with it. I mean, it's always a threat, but
I think the deck's control plan is just strong enough. Like,
I mean, I know you can definitely board out of the combo. You know, I know in some matchups you definitely do board out of the combo. I'm not sure if you want to cut the combo entirely from the deck.
yeah, but then just like put Fickleshapers in the board, and then you can board into it, so you still have the threat of it.
Oh, yeah,
Just
fair.
post-board.
Like just play in the board and then never bring it in, but your opponent's always scared. So like anyone that plays Unbound Expanse can't afford to crack it into open mana.
I mean, you can like, I mean, surely sometimes you want to board it in, and then you can board out like your Danage Rising, so you don't get screwed over
Oh yeah, right.
and accidentally die.
Well, no, if you board out Danage Rising, then your fair plan gets a lot worse, or quote unquote fair
True.
plan.
The problem is Danage Rising and Beyond the Veil are like the best things to blink,
Yeah.
which is kind of annoying for you. Okay, second Nox.
Toast is
Still haven't seen a land.
Toast is finally going to play out their Nox.
I think you just go Nox -2+, and then just accept that you have a second one because the first one dies to Monument.
Yeah. Wait, can Toast deal with Monument?
Not with Unbound Expanse.
Does that work out?
No.
It's non-land.
Yeah, because then you flicker Chaos Module.
Oh yeah,
and then
right. Yeah.
Despair.
Yeah. Okay, I think Toast has the game
Wait.
on lock then.
The problem is you don't have the mana to do that.
Well, you
because
don't have to do it this turn.
if you play Nox,
You just have to do it eventually before Monument kills you.
I think you just Nox,
Nox.
kill Valdez, and then gain 4 life back.
Yeah.
And then Nox is such a crazy card.
I agree.
I want to. This deck makes me want to remake Enchantment Blasphemy Control.
What control?
Which I don't even know. Sorry.
What deck? What are you saying?
Enchantment Blasphemy Control.
Ah, that
I think
card. That deck.
I just like.
Yep. So
I think I might honestly cut Villainy from it or make it a 1-of to tutor.
I don't think it's Blasphemy Control if you cut Villainy. Like it's different
exactly.
deck.
It just becomes Enchantment Control.
No, it becomes non-blasphemous Blasphemy Control. Or no, yeah.
Or Heraldry Control. Heraldry Enchantress Control.
It's funnier if you call it non-blasphemous Control.
Heavenly Blasphemy Control.
What's the antonym of blasphemy anyways?
Google. What is the antonym of blasphemy? According to Google, it is reverence.
Okay, reverent blasphemous control. Bottled lightning.
Okay, there's bottle lightning.
After
I think you got this locked up.
A bad expanse already got isolated.
If you remember your Eureka.
Oh yeah, it will win eventually.
Yeah, it'll be a while, but eventually you'll get there.
But in the meantime, like I don't think Toast.
Just go Nox.
Never mind. Yeah, Nox puts Toast out of any reach.
Nox now. Cyber is on a clock.
They're on 2 life per turn.
I think you 0 then plus, just so it doesn't die to Monument. Yeah, that's what Toasty does.
Yep. Cyber.
And after that, you can blink. Get rid of Monument.
Can Cyber top deck out of this? I don't think they can, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Megalokraken won't do it.
I think Toasty has the king.
Oh, Valerie. What can that bring back?
Valerie is. I don't think. I mean, it kills Nox.
Does it even kill Nox?
You bring back Void Flare and kill Nox.
That doesn't even kill Nox.
Oh wait, never mind. Right. You'll. Oh no. Oh wait, yeah, because you can't fire up Monument. I don't know what I was thinking.
I think you're just screwed now.
Yeah. Now they just like Unbound Expanse and
Unbound Expanse
you kind of just die.
And Unbound Expanse got isolated.
It got isolated. But like you're still kind of screwed.
Yeah. So Fickleshaper at that point.
Even then they just have Eureka, right?
In 8 turns.
Masterpieces.
In 8 turns.
Yeah, in 8 turns.
I don't think this game's going
That
to
is a
last 8
long
turns.
time. But then, like, you just do Chronicles too. You have a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Wait, 5 mana? Okay,
And then
Monument.
if you ever draw Curtain, Soul Reader, Unbound Expanse, you pretty much just win. Though I guess Soul Reader dies to Valor.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters at this point. So, like, Fickleshaper was completely useless this game and was actively bad, actually, being stuck in hand.
Yeah. I wonder how much that happens.
From my experience playing deck,
Okay, we'll
surprisingly
see.
often.
Okay, Donaz Risings takes Valerie.
And makes...
And then you go Bottled Lightning.
Yeah, and Bottle Lightning. Oh, actually, you can Bottle Lightning your own Donage Rising.
Oh, true. Make it 3/3.
Is that worth it? Actually, yeah, it might, because it's more damage over time.
The thing about that is, actually, never mind, because you thought he's the Valerie. I was thinking, oh, they just get back Valerie and then kill the 3/3.
Well, at least, I mean, at least they can kill Nox
You take that.
with the Monument.
Yeah, here's Toasty just zeros twice, and then
I mean, like, Toasty,
CyberChronometer.
if they don't draw anything, they are technically out of gas. No, they got Chronicles. Yeah, Cyber can't deal with Chronicles. Actually, no, they can. Cyber can grow Monument big enough where it just attacks past Chronicles, maybe?
I think Monument is the only reason Cyber is in this game, which really showcases insane
Yeah,
it is.
it's nuts, so.
Yeah.
Toast is taking their time trying to figure out if they can checkmate Cyber. I'd say just go for the obvious play and just Nodge Rising, just to be safe. I mean, no.
I think
Toast doesn't know if Cyber's holding a land, so the Nodge Rising is not a
they
safe
could
play.
check.
I don't think
But they get to check. Make a 3/3. I don't know. But like, what else are you doing?
activating Chronicles.
Oh wait, Chronicles. Right. I think it's probably right to Chronicles here if you don't have hand knowledge.
That protects Nox.
Yeah, and like you just make another one after blocking Monument.
I think Cyber might just.
I think that is the right.
I think Cyber just needs a Valerie minus if Toast makes or after Toast Chronicles.
Yeah, they Valerie minus kill Nox. Pass
get a 1/1.
unless they draw something else.
Toast Ball Lightning is a Valerie, and then
Yeah, it dies.
and then
but then
we're
you
like
have
top deck again.
you removed Nox and got a 1/1, but then you're still kind of dying to Chronicles. But you also have Monument.
No, you're actually Monument will get big enough to block Chronicles eventually. So then I guess if Cyber top stacks and Megalokraken, they kind of have a chance again.
And then you just kind of keep making Hoolies for a while.
So let's see what Cyber top stacks. Oh, this.
You put up Consultation.
Does that do something?
I mean, yeah, you take to the Bottled Lightning to ideally let your Valerie live.
Actually, yeah, that actually does a lot.
Yep, it does.
In fact, this.
And it also draws you a card if you go Valerie minus.
Yeah, this might actually be enough to get Cyber back into the game.
That, honestly, I think that was one of your best draws.
Yeah, I think I would have preferred Megalokraken flipping into the Flames approach, but this is a pretty good second. Oh wait, this thing also gets a Valerie trick. I think Valerie just becomes big enough to not die to Hooli, right?
Yeah.
No, Valerie has a -2. I think it still dies to Hooli.
Oh, right. I was not thinking about you having to -2, which I assume you're going to -2.
Yeah, you always take the Ball Lightning here, right? Or do you take Fickleshaper Adept? Or like because Ball Lightning doesn't do that much, right? You have enough life, and your guy is going to die anyways.
And it's like Fickleshaper is dead because Donage Rising and Beyond the Veil are on board.
Fair. Multiple good options, which means that Cyber will have to think, which means that this game will go on for even longer. But hey, like we like long games here, right?
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if any game's length that's been like properly commentated will top the one I did with where I just gave up and started playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
I mean, we did have a 3-hour. No, not 3 hour. We got like 1.5 hour game where half the time was spent on judge calls, but I'm not sure how much that counts because most of them are cut. Like most of the judge calls are cut.
I've played a 3-hour game that I had to leave actually because it wasn't finishing. But I didn't. It was a league game, and I wasn't recording them. So
Cyber takes Fickleshaper Adept. That is a weird option.
what? That just seems wrong to me.
Maybe they don't want to get double Denage or ball lightning triggers.
I don't know. It feels just like why? And you've also isolated the expanse, so
It's not that hard for
like
Toast to
they're
find
not,
another expanse, I guess.
but they can't combo even if they another deep web. But I guess it just gets Denage Rising.
Yeah, should have taken the Denage Rising.
Yeah, I think that's what you were supposed to take.
Another ball lightning.
I mean, that's gonna get your research counters pretty fast.
Yeah, you get to get twice as many research counters. So that's Eureka in 4 turns.
Use one to kill Valerie, use one to kill a token, and then Huli hit. Or do you kill both tokens and then
I
kill
don't think
Valerie?
you need to kill tokens right now. You just go for face.
True. Oh, and you want to Denage Rising, actually. So you Denage Rising, go kill Valerie, go face with Huli.
Yeah.
I'm really just... Like, I genuinely have no idea what is going to win this GP.
I'm hoping I win, but my deck's powerful, but I don't think it's like guaranteed to win. Or like
I think if your deck wins, it gets nuked out of existence.
yeah, I think a lot of people are already like kind of looking at Beyond the Veil and with
I think if Toasty wins, Beyond the Veil gets... Or if Toasty or you wins, I think the deck just gets nuked because
nobody
people don't like Esper Kalen, I don't think, and Fickle like just won a GP a couple months ago.
I don't think people
Same with Cyber.
I don't think people appreciate their thing getting repeatedly dealt with by a 2-mana enchantment.
Yeah, you know I don't. I think I don't know. Beyond the Veil is so cool yet so annoying at the same time. I don't know if I like it or hate it.
It's very unique, I guess, because it's an O-ring that has effect.
blinkable.
Yeah, it's blinkable. Just like the Notch Rising in the Thoughtseize, it's blinkable.
There was a reason LBA has if it was cast on it.
Yeah, I don't think. I haven't been spectating Toasty's games that much. Has the blinkability of the Notch Rising been super relevant?
I don't know.
Because when I was playing with this deck, the Notch Rising just never felt like it. It directly looks nutso, but I've never managed to like get it to work out for me because there's just never a good
So
opportunity
that means that
to
we
blink
should
it.
clearly this means that we should buff labor ambitions to not be if it was cast.
I mean, to be fair, like that thing had that condition before it even got into format, right? So we actually don't know if that thing having the condition is necessary.
True. Yeah.
But on the other hand, I think enchantments are much more blinkable than battles because Kaylin can pick up enchantments. She can't pick up battles, which is why I'm not running the Notch Rising.
I think the Notch Rising being a battle is what makes it fine.
Yeah.
I think if it was like almost any other card type, you just can't let that.
I mean, Planeswalker would be fine, right? There's not that much that lets you blink Planeswalkers.
True.
I mean,
but also, like, if it's a Planeswalker, it's like, is it gonna have loyalty abilities? Like, how would that work?
I mean, the Notch Rising is almost like a Planeswalker in that it's attackable and dies to damage.
Well, all battles are like that then.
Exactly.
Like,
Cyber is not going to attack the Notch Rising.
No, Cyber literally can't attack a Notch
Are
Rising.
you sure?
It says choose an opponent to protect it. You and others can attack it. I doubt that Cyber would want to attack the Notch Rising anyway.
I mean, it protects against Blink, I guess. Although if there's Blink, then
I wonder. I find it interesting that encounters have built-in politics into them for MSEDH.
Yeah. What is happening here? Oh.
Toasty's making a token. Or, sorry, making their other token bigger.
Right, because that's how a mass works. Wait, do encounters even use a mass in the rules text?
What are your...
No, it doesn't.
I don't know. Ricky, what are your thoughts on battles?
I don't have much thoughts about them. They're like, yeah, they exist. Was I supposed to say something different?
I don't know. I was just curious what you thought.
Do you jump here? Like, I don't know how the race works out right now.
I mean, you have lifelink, and you're kind of losing the race, but you're also getting research counter. I don't know. I think it really depends on what Toasty here.
Cyber is thinking.
If Toasty draws thinking on what their two, what would you be thinking on?
If they want to chump the 6/6.
Oh, true.
And they chump. Okay.
I think you're supposed to, or maybe not. Not sure.
I mean, it's not like your 1/1s are going to do anything else anyways, right?
Yeah, true. And now your Toasty does what? Oh, Chaos Module. Just might as well spend the mana since you have it.
Cool. You spent 3 mana
Deals
for nothing.
0 damage. Hey, if you think about it, if you draw a curse, maybe at some point later in the game, possibly, you could deal 1 damage to them.
Yeah. So it's like
Gotta think bigger, Ricky.
it's spending 3 mana for 1 damage sometime in the future. That's just like investing, right?
True. I mean, investing is good. I don't know.
Is
People keep talking about how you should invest. Toasty's just investing mana into future damage. So I think the stocks are not going well for Toasty.
Cyber snaps off end of turn Void Flare. Interesting.
Okay, and then Cyber swings for 5 here. Toasty down to 7. But Toasty can kind of just stall out Monument.
With Uli? Oh yeah, good point. But Cyber keeps going up in life if that happens because of the first strike for Monument.
Yeah, Cyber's not first. Oh, yeah. Here, I think Toasty will just stall out Monument for a couple turns. Because Huli will just prevent all the damage up until Monument's an 8/8, which is like at that point you're screwed if you can't do more.
Chipsy, I guess you're not keeping that thing in hand to bluff. So yeah.
Yeah. It just gets thought seized.
It doesn't get Thoughtseize.
Probably.
It's a land.
Maybe. Oh, Vanage Rising is gone. I don't know. I think you do play it.
Yeah, because you want mana
Maybe you're supposed to.
eventually.
You really, I think you want mana more than the bluff in hand, since you're only 2 mana off getting 2 monument activations per turn.
Yeah. Is Cyber thinking about... You always attack here, right? There's no point in not attacking here because you're...
Yeah. I mean, you get to block Huli.
That's not worth it. You just want to always attack.
Yeah. I see no reason why you wouldn't attack here.
So yeah, Cyber, make the obvious play already. It's been like 1 hour so far.
Wow. Ricky, Cyber's making careful thinking. How do you think they won previous GPs?
Yeah, they're thinking very carefully about how to tap for the only thing that they can pay for right now.
You have to make sure you don't get color screwed, Ricky.
Make the ones.
I don't know. Wait, they only tap 3? Wait.
What?
They only tap 3 mana for that.
Do you want to do the Judge Call, or is it like it doesn't matter enough for us to hear about it?
I don't think it's worth it to call a judge here. I think you can just send a message in chat asking to fix.
Okay, Hersey, please tell them to fix it. I don't want to bother.
I don't want to bother either.
Okay, whatever.
I think
it doesn't matter enough.
I think the fact that Cyber has nothing in hand and no effects in grave or exile makes it fine. Oh wait, it might not be fine because then Cyber might think they can activate.
Oh no.
It can't.
Ange, do you want to be the one?
If that happens, then I think if they don't activate Monument, I won't say anything. If they do activate Monument, I'll tell Cyber.
Shouldn't we always tell them that? Just because Toast is on 5 research counters, it seems like. Okay, good.
Okay, Cyber doesn't activate. Okay, so it didn't matter. Well, now Cyber needs to draw something because Soul Reader is huge. Okay, well, I mean, now you're 1 land away from activating Monument twice.
So Soul Reader is going to pick up Unbound Expanse, and I think that's game once that happens.
Yeah, but or do you actually pick up Chaos Module? Because Unbound Expanse makes you lose Soul Reader counters. It makes you lose your token as your big army.
Wait, you can't actually pick
kind of sucks.
No, you can't pick up Unbound Expanse because you have too many counters on Soul Reader. Or no, never mind. It blinks it, and then that knocks Isolated off of it.
Yeah, it blinks it. Yeah, Isolated falls off.
Okay.
And you do get a place.
I'm pretty sure Cyber just dies to Ball Lightning triggers. After Unbound Expanse gets blinked, right?
The thing about blinking Unbound Expanse is you actually lose like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but if you have almost lethal, then it works out for you.
Yeah, true.
Oh, it's a 10.
You also get to Scry plus Chaos. Okay, looks like I have to go.
All right. Well, it won't matter. I think the game's about to end soon anyway, so thanks for commentating, Ange. But yeah, so let me I'll just commentate the last bit myself. Oh, actually, yeah, Cyber can sync 2 monument activations each turn. Toast is down to 3. That's not much life. And Toast can still gain a bunch of life after Huli next turn. But yeah, they're actually not in that great of a spot. If they don't have lethal this turn, they need to hold back Huli. Toast is thinking about Soul Reader. I think you always blink Unbound Expanse here. Yeah, you always blink Unbound Expanse because now you get instant speed blink up, which might... So that gets you Chaos Module. Yes, so that means Chaos Module now kills Monument, and once Monument dies, Cyber is basically out of stuff. They're going to flicker Chaos Module. Interesting. I suppose they're looking for answers to Monument, although like they already have answers to Monument in the form of well, that's certainly not a good flip. Oh, rippling. Okay, never mind. That's a good flip then, or good draw. So Toast probably plays Bastion, Ball Lightning, Rippling Curtain this turn, and that's a lot of things, a lot of triggers going on. And oh, Cyber's at 25 life. Huh. And now they're doing a judge call. Cool. Or not doing a judge call, they're just going out to 20. So 25 life is quite a bit. Toast still needs to leave back. So Toast actually needs to leave back fully for Monument now, right? Or because they don't have they decide not to hold up Unbound Expanse on Chaos Module to deal with the Monument. So now that means that they bottled Lightning to 1/1. I think they probably want to bottle Lightning to 1/1 because it lets their other two things swing through. Although at this point they're not actually outracing the Monument. Yeah, this might actually be a huge problem. And Chronicle isn't active because once this thing dies, it's not coming back. Toast has too many creatures. Although during Toast's next turn, they can blink Unbound Expanse, and then that knocks Isolated off of it, and then they got Unbound Expanse for an instant speed Chaos Module, and that deals with Monument, which means that Cyber will just stop activating Monument, I think. And Toast runs out the Ball Lightning and does some scrying. I suppose now they're thinking about what to attack with. They also they get the research. Yeah, they get their Masterpiece end of turn. Although I'm actually not sure what Masterpiece they make because Toast is or Cyber's a high enough life total where most of the Masterpieces don't do that much. I think that... Wait, is Toast conceding? Oh wait, Monument has Trample. I forgot. Yeah, that actually means that we're making it to game 3, which I did not expect this game to turn out like that, but it seems like that's what's going to happen. Which means this game's also going on for a lot longer than I expected it to. Oh, wait. So, yeah, I think Toast could have won, could have like not died here if they bounced Unbound or blinked Unbound Expanse to enable Chaos Module at instant speed, but yeah, they didn't do that, so now we're moving into game 3. I suppose there's like not that much difference between play draw for the players to board differently. I guess Cyber's thinking about Maze Collection. Yeah, so now we're going to game 3. Cyber has a hand that has another turn 1 Valdez. Or no, they don't get turn 1 Valdez, but they do get Valdez. They keep this. Toast has a hand that is also quite good, actually. Cyber bombs Flames Approach. And 92. Cyber draws a Mountain. And they're going to run out Void Player on the Soul Reader. So I suppose like now Toast doesn't actually have... they have Rippling Curtain on turn 3, which does become an engine. But Cyber has Valdez lined up, right? They don't. Huh. Yeah, that's actually going to be a problem, because Cyber can't stop Rippling Curtain from coming down. And Bottom Lightning, then Toast does a Scry. I think Toast is probably looking for some backup engine stuff. So once Rippling Curtain comes down, Spot Lightning Swing hits Cyber in the face again, and then Cyber tries to Valdez, but it doesn't really hit anything important after that. Cyber draws, Root Corruption. That would have been really good if they had anything to use that thing on, but they don't. Yeah, I think this would have worked out way better for Cyber if they Well, no, they had to run out Mountain on turn 1 to deal with the Void Flare, the Toast 1-drop. I wonder if it would have been fine to leave around Soul Reader. Like, yeah, Toast could spend some time pumping counters into Soul Reader, but then that means they're not playing stuff on curve. But anyways, now Rippling Curtain comes down, and Cyber doesn't have an easy answer to that right now. So Ball Lightning hits Cyber, and now Cyber makes an Island Swamp off the Shifting Cascade. That's a Megalokraken to ramp into. So now they have Valdez into Root Corruption, which I suppose that's what they're going to do right now. And that means they have Megalokraken lined up for the turn after next turn. I mean, for next turn, but that's not going to work out with this many Dawn with the ships. I mean, that's going to just empty Till's entire hand. And I think, so Cyber sees Till's hand, and I think they sort of realize that that's what's going to happen. I think the best thing for them to do is to just Root Corruption. Like, if their entire hand's going to be empty, so there's two ways Cyber can play this. They can either try to protect Megalokraken at all costs, which I don't think is correct, or they can just pitch their land and the Megalokraken in the Root Corruption, their island, swamp, which means that they have access to, they'll eventually get access to mana they want. Actually, I think the correct play is here, since like this is all the information is known right now. I think the correct play here is to oh no, it doesn't matter. Cyber's entire hand is just going to get dumped. So you just discard some cards and then end of turn Root Corruption your Island Swamp. Like, this does force Toast to Ripley Curtain the down with the ship, unless, or does Toast know what's in Cyber's hand? No, they don't. Okay, so yeah, so now Cyber gets to Root Corruption in response to this, and that blanks one discard. So now Cyber's top decking, but so is Toast. I mean, Toast has the Rippling Curtain engine going. Toast can actually sack down with the ship to bring back Soul Reader, which forces Cyber to have another answer to their to Toast's Soul Reader. A Swamp, and that's the wrong color for Flame's Approach. But at least Cyber can run out the Swamp and run out the Valdez, which will end up eating a Ball Lightning. I wonder if it is better to just have Valdez hang out in Adventure. Cyber plays out the Swamp and does run out the Valdez. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's correct, just because like it's such an obvious Ball Lightning target. It might have actually been better to just hold Valdez for when the Ball Lightning targets are overloaded. Because you're never getting value off just a single Valdez here if your opponent can answer it on board. Like, your opponent doesn't even go down on resources to answer this. It's just like, it just free stuff. The best it does is protect your face from 3 damage, but I don't think that's what you want to be fighting, what axis you want to be fighting on, right? Like, you want to spend 4 mana and a card, or half a card to gain 3 life. Okay, Neon Claw Knight is significantly a better draw here. You can make a reduction function, and that actually makes Flame's Approach castable. Unfortunately, Soul Reader will be able to grow out of Flame's Approach range, and that kind of is a huge problem. Toast can just pick up Ball Lightning, and now they get a bunch of more Ball Lightnings this turn. That's a mountain, but it doesn't matter because Toast has their engine going. And yeah, Ball Lightning onto Neon Claw. And then one more usage of Improve to put Soul Reader out of Flame's Approach range. And I think the game's pretty much over now because actually don't. Cyber has a way of coming out of this, which is to top deck Megalokraken. And then for Megalokraken to flip like Lucian or something to kill Soul Reader. But Cyber is also down to 8, and Ball Lightning plus Ripley Curtain is 3 damage a turn, so it's not an irrelevant clock. It's a very relevant clock. It kills Cyber in 3 turns. Cyber top decks a land, which is possibly one of the worst things to draw right now. Oh, it's a land that doesn't even let them cast Flame's Approach until next turn. Yeah, I think the game's kind of out of Cyber's control now. Soul Reader brings Ball Lightning. I think that's just lethal this turn. Yeah, it's just lethal this turn. Whoop. And Cyber loses, so Toast is making it to the top cut, which means there's a chance I might have to face Toast in top cut, which I'm not looking forward to, but yeah, that's the game. So hopefully we'll see you next time. I mean, you're definitely going to see me in the top cut. Hopefully I don't have to play against Toast, but yeah.